I like to drink coconut, big bud. I heard she like American song. Been that bomb. Who did the Amazon? Where's it coming from? Yeah. Amazon. Huh, 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 huh. Maya. Get him. Jordan? What up, YouTube universe? One love to everybody. I hope y'all chilling. I hope everything working out. I told you I was getting back on this thing. And I am talking about relationships. Why do I talk about relationships so much? Because that's my thing. I love talking about it. And it brings a sense of awareness to what people are going through these days. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about why are modern day women, especially black women, are losing the keeping a man. Why are they the biggest losers in keeping any man? And I want to talk about it. I believe the reason is it has a lot to do with how they were raised. Most women, especially in the black community, they came through a single parent, household, or their father wasn't there or didn't teach them how to, how would I say, be more respectful to a certain degree, because not all of them is the same, of course, as far as a respect meter. But damn all that. The mama didn't teach them how to be wife material to actually land themselves to getting a real marketable black man. So that's the thing. So it's really not the man should be there and they should see a man, but at the end of the day, they can't teach them how to be good housewives or working wives. The women got to do that. So I look at it as it's a disservice on what's really going on. Because they ain't got nobody to teach them how to be women, how to be like, not just women, but like trustworthy, your body really means something tight. Man, these days they don't care about none of that. Purity doesn't mean nothing to them. See, back in the days, if you go back in time, we had more morals when it came down to the foundational Black American community. You know, people will wait until they meet, you know, somebody that they're gonna be married to. The parents negotiate whether that person is good enough, they're working, if they got good intentions, handling their business. So, you know, it was just a lot of different stuff going on. Now you look at it, it's like hell on wheels. It's like the blind leading the blind. You know, I was looking on this little news one, whole comedian, and was talking about how she was going to church and how church keep Black women single. Yeah, because that's usually where all the Black single women go, and wrong. It's really modern day women, but Black women is at the top of the lowest. If you really want to be real with it, it's modern day women that's losing sight and can't keep a man, but Black women is at the top of that list. Because if you notice, I don't know if y'all notice, but if you go to sports, you look at people and who they marry and things like that. You go to basketball, the NBA right now, majority of them brothers got a damn snow bunny or a non-Black woman. And that's their business. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to, again, I tell everybody, you buy into femininity and submissive, that's what you buy into. Not these masculine ass ghetto Barbies. Because they ain't gonna do nothing for you but mess you up. So I tell anybody, hey, if you is gonna tie the knot, make sure it's somebody that's submissive and feminine and knows that energy and perform it very well. Because if you get one of them, you know, I'm gonna get you suckers. You know what I mean? Them street affiliates. You know what you gonna get. So, you know, and that's the thing, you know, you would think as a foundation, just the foundational of America and who we are as being Black, that we will hold it down better than what we holding it down now. You don't see that. You see more division when it comes down to, how would I say, like of choice. Like, for instance, we was talking about, I think my last video, we was talking about why is it that 1 out of 4 Black women don't get married. Now, again, this is an all modern day woman situation because it's a lot more single women out there across the board on all cultures level. But the highest clip of that is Black women. I'm being real. So why is that? Because most Black women don't want to do that. They don't feel that has a lot of moolah. You know what I'm saying? It has a lot of you know, currency. So they feel like it's not fair for them to talk to just anybody. They got to be somebody either on their level or above their level, right? So that's another reason why. And what makes matters even more of bad form is they fail at this, the chemistry part. See, back in the days, chemistry was a big thing when it comes down to the foundational Black American communities. So now that you see it's a different movement for the foundational Black women in the world, because what they do is they hold on to street things that does not pertain to a long-term relationship. A long-term relationship. It doesn't pertain to it. In fact, it throws them off because if you really look at the situation, They're losing out. If you look at it right now, they losing. You got all these ballers and players, and they're not thinking about you, you crazy ones. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all know exactly what y'all doing. And then when they move on, y'all got something bad to say to the brother. But in reality, we gonna speak truth to power. They ain't got nothing to do with him. See, if they knew how to literally hold themselves accountable, and I'm talking about all you black women that's ratchet and messed up, then things would be better. You know what I'm saying? You will learn how to get back to the table with us. But again, this is something that you will never listen. Y'all continue listening to each other and your failures, and most of y'all are single right now as we speak. And the numbers is higher and higher. It is because you won't realize that you gotta know how to be a peaceful person. Being chaotic towards your, protector. It's like a relationship is any other job. If you don't put in the work, what happens when you don't put the work in? You just come to work. You don't even come to work. You come late. You don't do the assignments they tell you to do. What happens if you do that? You just disappear 45 minutes and come back. And you're going to be like, what you think going to happen to you eventually? Huh? My point exactly. They're going to fire that ass. So in order for a woman to look impressive, and this for all women, especially you black women, you better listen. It's not who you can get, it's who you can keep. Now you gotta peep. A lot of y'all gonna think you know what you're doing and fall asleep. That's why single women can only make you single if you listen to them. If you smart enough, you got your own mind, you gonna be like, look, this shit ain't working. Now, whoever raised you, mama, dad, auntie, whoever woman that is in your life, if they single, then yes, this is a message for you not to listen to them. You better off listening to an honest, God-fearing, masculine man. That's your best shot. Who love women, but until then, you done listening. Because think about it. If I'm lying, right? Let's say if I'm making all of this up, you will see an uprising when it comes down to black marriages, black American women marriages, right? You won't see 1 out of 4 of them getting married with any man, any of them, and that's outside of foundational black American men. So if that was so true, now Pete, before you fall asleep, make sure you press like and subscribe and keep. Okay. What I'm trying to let you know is, if I was so much a delusional or whatever person, just say it out, the numbers would be different, would it? If you go to the Census Bureau right now and you look up black women in America as far as marriages, they're at the lowest of the low. And it's because the life has gotten really cold like a polar bear's tongue. And the more you think of just you and not for the family too, it doesn't work out in y'all favor. Sometimes you gotta put away the childish things and do what's that's right for the team. See, a family is a team. The goal is when a man marry a woman, he has to be closer to God, then protect, provide, and that could be a plethora of things. But he has to be there to protect as well. Now, Pete, this is real life things you can keep. And some people may fall asleep. Now, you want to be not only somebody that's on the team, but is reliable, that can, stress free. If you can bring that, that's a good attribute. You know, Again, of course, you want to have a career and do your thing. That comes with it. But the main thing is having a peace of mind. And I want you to press rewind out. To have a peace in mind. Not to be fighting, not to be bickering. Yes, y'all can have a disagreement, but it doesn't have to go to a brutal fight. It don't have to be bestiality, or I don't even know why I said that, but crazy shit, right? Just something just wow, so to speak. Whatever it is, it don't have to be a beast versus a beast. That's what I really meant to say. Or, disrespectful or even physical. See, the thing is about a peace of mind, it touches your mental. Then they hit your spirit. Because now that you got it, you got the recipe for making things better instead of worse. And we see a lot of that going on. Let's be real with it. We see more of that than really peace in relationships, because people will cross the person they was with, and it don't matter how long, whoever they was with. So you have it like that. People think that, I'm gonna tell you something. People think that relationships is almost like a fairy tale type thing. You know, it's real life. It's real life. You have a lot of these, women who are not virgins, who want the best that man can apply. And the crazy part is, because most of them won't rich, but what they will get is nothing. They will go to the grave alone, because they reaching for something they can't get. You know, and I know it sounds strong. My head's also wrong. It's another bar for you though. And to go on, you have to know how to adapt in time. And I don't care how pretty you is, for you ladies, listen up. You could be from a 1 to 10, you can hit the 10 mark. I'm going to tell you what one thing that you can't change. And this is it. Time. Everybody gets older, including you. Now, what do you want in time? A good relationship with the man you want to spend the rest of your life with, if that's what you choose to do. But in these days, they'll say that, but do something completely different. So you have a real bad complex when it comes down to that energy that is very not welcoming. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, if you're gonna do something, do it to the fullest. Don't halfway do it. You did? Don't halfway do the damn thing. You want to put enough work in the relationship not to be fired. If you look at it more like an accomplishment than more of a burden, it will be better. That's how I look at it. I think most need to really look at that situation, because failing at something is not good. Not closing is not good. Being powerful is basically being peaceful. To me, if you too chaotic, then what most people say, you're toxic. So if you're peaceful, That's more powerful because people be wanting that. They don't want, they're probably tired of the, back and forth. It's so much to deal with. Bills, kids, especially if you have kids with each other. For those who do, y'all women out there, make sure y'all press like and subscribe so I can do the damn thing. That's right. So, yeah, make it more peaceful and not so, because if you make it peaceful, you make the house better. It's not, to where he feel like he got to get up and go because it's being argued all the damn time everywhere he goes. And, the thing is, you got to bring peace to the situation. And if you can do that, then you'll succeed. You won't have to listen to all your single friends, girlfriends, aunts, and whoever raised you. Because when it come down to it, the blind can't be leading the blind. Somebody in the community has to have some type of sight to helping y'all. Because I can only teach a boy how to become a young man. Y'all women gotta search out for the real merits on how to get you home down on it, or you continue on failing like you been. It come down to this marriage. It's a big thing, marriage is a big thing. You sign your your rights with one. So it's not just something you can just look over. It's some real deep stuff, especially spiritually. If you really believe in marriage, not everybody will. Again, we've seen them. We've seen people who, it was good just a week ago. That type of stuff, and it's just not inconducive to what you're trying to do. It's not including, it's something shady, something, janky with it. You get what I'm saying? Something you gotta really be like, hey, this ain't what I signed up for. So, and that's why I like prenups, because prenups are safe, especially the ones the lawyers check it out and look at it, and make sure you good. Get your behind. You be sitting here like not knowing what got you. So, you know what I'm saying? So I just think, honestly, it's just not just black women as a whole. I honestly think it's the modern day women. Because you go anywhere, it's more single women than men. I'm telling you, go anywhere. It's more women already than men. So you gotta look at it like that too. So the numbers are higher with y'all women. Peep out while I go ahead and lay it down for y'all out here in these YouTube streets. And that's a bar for you, baby. Y'all outnumber us. So I look at it like this. When it comes down to it, us men, we gotta get at y'all. We gotta catch y'all. We gotta do what we can do to maintain some type of relationship with you. At the end of the day, though, it's a different time. It's not like back in the days where, things was different. Now it's just really a hookup culture. It ain't got nothing to do. Let's be real, boo. It ain't got nothing to do with loyalty, too. Got nothing to do with that. That's over. Them days of being pure and, that's gone. Let's be real with it, though. I'm just gotta stay strong. So it's what a person can do. To me, being peaceful is powerful. If you've ever asked me that, being peaceful is powerful because you can give peace to the person you in love with. And that to me is an important thing. That's very important. Because we already know what chaotic can turn into toxic. So ain't something you want. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to really home in on this and write some of this stuff down and really focus on it because it can help you. You gotta understand man. Because us men, especially us foundational black men, we understand y'all when it comes down to, when it's too late, you realize it's too late. We can see that. But that's what I mean by understanding. We can see someone who kind of knows that their error, their ways got them, single. And they'll come over, they'll double. Now, all y'all women, the ones that admit, hey, look, I messed up. Okay, cool. That's a little different. Now, all of y'all will, acknowledge that unless it's a man grooming you to become more better. That's the only way y'all admit it. Y'all won't admit it with each other. Y'all know y'all won't do that because y'all really in competition with each other. Y'all trying to get the rich dude. So everybody is trying to get that. But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is, it's a lot of y'all ain't gonna get it. And just being all the way real, your whole time zone will be wasted if you think you can. Because there's women who've been way better than women of this generation. If you really look at it, it's been models who changed the way of modeling, like Eartha Kitt. She was one of the baddest models, right? I mean, Europe wouldn't even have that, walking modeling if she didn't do it first. So she dated, and we got the Marilyn Monroe. She messed around with the president and others, and she was a known hoe. But the thing is they all ended up with one problem. You know what that problem is? Alone. They went to the grave by themselves. Didn't have no man with them though. Again, it's not who you can get, it's who you can keep. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it like that too. And Mr. Tell you that women keep other women single, it's true. Yeah, I'm Mr. Tell you that your friends is single gonna keep you single. Single women keep other women single. It's the truth. I need to get up in this booth. Do what I do. And hopefully, man, y'all would. Because to me, it's like y'all ain't learning nothing. I'm gonna listen to all the single ones and do single stuff and go to the grave straight up alone. So it's almost all that shit. It is what it is. Tell you the truth. It's evident that y'all don't give a damn about that damn marriage. Y'all want weddings. Y'all don't want no damn marriage. Y'all want to be able to say you did it, and in reality, you don't honor it. You want the wedding, but you don't want the marriage. The marriage is long term. The wedding is the shortest damn thing of them all. So right after it's done, you gotta be on some marriage. Well, you don't have to, but you supposed to. You feel me? I'm just saying. I honestly think it's too many women who cheat far too much for this whole trajectory to change on just women, period, man, especially black women. It just, and the failures just keep coming. They keep coming because no one wants to have an effort to change. It takes hard work to change, and for the better, and have that peaceful type of understanding to get on a better level. Yeah, it takes that type of work, but it's worth it. It's really worth it. But again, you know, we not in that culture where they see that. They go right over their dang heads. And y'all, man, are the biggest damn losers when it comes down to being married. It ain't even funny. 1 out of 4. Damn. With any damn man though, it's pretty deep. But y'all go ahead and peep. And again, it can be done. I think y'all women gotta let go of that feminist pride and get a hold to, really it's a masculine pride, and it really ain't a feminist pride, because you think more so like a dude instead of a woman. And to tell you the truth, that ain't helped you. If I'm lying, then why the hell is just so many single ass women in the world? You barely see a woman with a dude these days. And you see how his brother's doing it. We like, look, I don't care what you say. I'm gonna find me a woman that's feminine, that is listens, and that's loyal. I need those 3 things. And we go out there and we get it. And when we do get it, here y'all come. Oh, you get mad now. Oh. I'm reaping my benefits as a man. I'm gonna enjoy my life. And that includes anybody who's watching it can see that I'll be enjoying my life, baby. So there it is. And that's how it should be. You should be sitting there stressing out, fighting, and getting arguments and all this and that. Man, I'm 39. I'd have lost super patience. I'm talking about my patience is very low for any of the insults. Like, it's not even funny. So if you really want to be about the relationship, as I call it, a job for some money, you have to really be on your A game. You have to know how to assert yourself in situations. The person you're attracted to, you want to spend that time with. Part of being submissive is getting along with someone. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. It's always going to be somebody who wants to be better. Through all the, craziness that you see, it's going to be somebody that's pushing to be a better person. I know it sounds delusional. I know it sounds like it's made up. But I truly believe that it's always gonna be somebody gonna be like, look, I'm so tired. Everything they doing, I don't want to do. I want something better, different, more fresher, and that's the person right there out of y'all women. That's the one that's gonna really change their trajectory because they not about to sit here and listen to the blind leading the blind. That's not happening. So for y'all that want that type of education and understanding, it's time to get it. Right about now, man, nobody's serious at all. Everybody doing what they want to do. It has nothing to do with devoting yourself to something higher. But again, I want y'all to go ahead, tune in, like, and subscribe, though, and I can get back on it and serve up another video.